For more understanding why framework is not currently SQL injection free, let's write a code using JPA. We will use same use case with previous sample code, only this time we use JPA. On build.gradle, add dependency to Spring Boot JPA. To avoid confusion, comment the JDBC dependency. Refresh the project. At this point, you might encounter some compile error. So, we will comment all the class level annotation on classes started with JDBC. Copy JDBC customer class into JPA customer class. Annotate this class as JPA entity. Change the ID annotation into javax.persistence.id class. Note that this is just temporary, because JPA and JDBC classes might clash each other, so we only use JPA for this section. Create a JPA repository interface under package repository. Name it JPA Customer CRUD Repository. Annotate as repository. And extends interface JPA CRUD repository. By using JPA CRUD repository, we already has basic create, read, update, and delete capability. Of course, in reality, we likely need more. Spring provides shortcut to create query by method names. So let's try create one. We will create method to find customer by email. Up to this point, Spring JPA provides some methods for us. Behind the screen, these methods are parameterized using prepared statement, so it is safe from SQL injection. So which point is not safe? In reality, query sometimes needs to be built based on certain rules. For example, we need to query based on certain additional field based on customer credit rating. In such cases, you might find DAO classes or data access object classes. Let's create a simple one. JPA customer danger DAO on package repository. annotate this class as component. Inside, we will create a method to find by gender. Now, let's pretend that to find by gender, it is not a straightforward query. Some business rules must be run first, and based on certain output, the query might be different. So, it is a common approach to build dynamic query using JPQL or Java Persistence Query Language. To do it, auto-wire an entity manager. Then, inside the find by gender, we might have some business logic in here. For simplicity, we just put this as comment. Then, this is the dangerous code, where we build JPQL by join string. Then, we execute the query. Now, create the API. Create class JPA Customer Danger API under package API.server. Annotate as REST controller and map the path into /API/injection/danger/v2. Inside, we need the repository and DAO. Like the GDBC customer, we will create endpoint to find customer by email. In this case, using CRUD repository. I will also handle possibility of data not found by returning null value. Create endpoint to find customer by gender using data access object. We don't need endpoint to create or update customer in this example. To see SQL statement generated by JPA, enable this property on application.yml. Make sure to disable the SQL injection filter to see the vulnerable code in action. Comment the component annotation on SQL injection filter class. Last, we need to remove extend statement from JDBC customer CRUD repository interface. Comment any compile error